Josh, after tonight in Montreal, can the next couple of games be considered a bit of a homecoming for you?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Everything's played out. I got a lot of family and whatever relatives and stuff coming, so that'll be great. And my grandma actually has a cottage in Gander, so yeah, typically around this time of the year they go there to close the cottage anyway, so it's kind of a good way to go out. So I'm excited.
Fantastic.
Sorry, your grandma's cottage where?
In Gander.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Newfoundland. So
Awesome.
I've been there a bunch of times, just visiting family and stuff like that when I'm back there. So yeah, it'll be a fun homecoming.
Have you seen the rink before?
No, I didn't know there was a rink there.
Are you packing chest waders to maybe help with the dock or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of those that side of the family in a long time, so just excited to see them.
Did you ever play out east in Atlantic Canada?
Yeah, we played in St. John's, a preseason game. I think it was my first year pro, so like 3 years ago, but it's been a while. So.
Josh, what's this going to be like tonight when you've got your first two lines rolling for the first time, together?
Yeah. I mean, it'll be great, but I don't think it's, just the top two lines. I think we pretty much got our full squad in there, and yeah, it'll be good to kind of get a first look at that and get on the same page and put together a good game. I think we're inching, obviously closer to the regular season, and you don't want to be stale when game one comes around. So tonight's will be a good benchmark for us, and just try to have a good showing tonight.
There's been lots of talk of the competition between your power play units.
Yeah.
When you were watching the game the other night, what were your thoughts when you watched Pinto just slam those into the back of the net?
Yeah, I mean, it's healthy competition, I would say, and I think we all make each other better, and it's exciting to see that we have two groups that can legitimately score every time we're out there. And one unit's not going to be going one night, and that the other one's got a good chance to score. So there's a lot of threats, and obviously Pince is doing really well right now, and Brinksy's a big threat on the other side, and G can really dish the puck, and we have faith in our unit too. So it's a lot of fun right now, and whoever's going on any given night is good for us.
You would know, like you spend a lot of months, many months, rehabbing from shoulder injury.
Yeah.
You spend a whole year away from the game.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to be impressed by what he's doing right now?
I mean, I am. I don't know if you guys are. Yeah, I've been in that spot before, and it's not easy. I think it was like 10 or 11 months before I even, got back into a team setting. And I think, like you said, it's been longer for him. And it's a tough injury to come back to and just, get your timing and your confidence and stuff like that. And seems like he's never had an injury at all. So props to him. And, obviously he did a great job rehabbing his shoulder. And mentally, I think is the hardest part, and he's doing just fine. So I'm happy for him.
Did you describe how you feel when you come back after such a long hiatus?
I think for me personally, it was just my confidence wasn't there, just because I didn't have my shoulder didn't feel normal, and it just took a long time for me to get back to that. But then once you're back on the ice for a while, it's just like anything else, and my shoulder feels good now, and obviously I did a good job during rehab. So yeah.
What was your reaction when you learned that Cantel was 5 to 7 weeks, and already you're down in front of the net is a challenge?
Yeah, I mean, it's not good to hear that, obviously, when he's a goalie that's expected to play a lot for you and be a really good goalie, and he's been a really good goalie, obviously, for a long time. So it's unfortunate for him. Injuries happen. It sucks that it had to be at the start of the year, and for him being in his first year, so I feel for him. And luckily it's not months that he's going to be out. It's just 5 to 7 weeks, they said. So Bergie's back there, and he's shown us that he's a really, really legit goalie, and we have so much confidence in him, and I know he believes in himself a ton too, obviously. So we should be fine back there.
Talk to you about the new goalie. Apparently, you know him pretty well.
Magnus? Yeah, he's. I played with him for 3 years in the minors. My whole time in Milwaukee, he was there. He's a big guy, obviously, but I think, it's a tough role to play that kind of backup and not be playing every night. But he's got a wonderful attitude. He's just a really good guy. So I think, obviously it's tough with Taubes going out, but he'll do a great job. He's an awesome guy.
The numbers in the minors were pretty good.
Yeah.
You went to KHL, the numbers are even better. Sometimes it's just about getting a shot, a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think actually saw him over at World Championships playing with Sweden, and he was really good there. And he kind of reiterated the same thing. Coming back over to North America after being over in the KHL for a little while, it's just about coming back and getting a shot and seeing, if it can't work out. It depends. There's 2 goalies a team in the NHL. There's 2 goalies in the minors. You kind of never know what's going to happen. So, I think for him it's a great opportunity to come here and, especially with Towels being out, whatever it is, the timeline, 5-7 weeks, whatever it was. It's a good opportunity for him to, come in here, work with Berkey, play games when he's called upon, and kind of get that sample size.
Just do you give him credit, Austin, for his perseverance? And I mean, at 31, coming back here to try and play in the NHL again?
No, absolutely. I mean, there's so many different. Everybody's got a different story, right? It's not. A lot of the story is, you're drafted, you play a year in the minors, you might not even play a year in the minors now, but, back when he and I started together, you played in the minors for 3 years. You didn't get a chance until you required waivers. So, and at that point you have to make a decision. So to come over here at 30, 31, however old he is, and give it another chance, it definitely takes a lot of determination, and you definitely give a guy credit for that.
I asked a couple of scouts about him yesterday. Maybe I asked the wrong guys, but they both said, well, he's tall.
Yeah, he definitely is tall.
But can you give me a little more insight than
Well, he's
that?
tall, he's super athletic. I think when you get up there, guys that stick around, he's a competitor. He works, So I think we'll love him here. I mean, I know I get along with him great. I'm excited for him to get here. It's a good opportunity for him. But as far as goaltending goes, he's obviously his numbers, KHL and the minors speak for themselves. He's played well over the years, and it's a great opportunity for him.
Any games, any series in Milwaukee that sticks out, that comes to mind?
Yeah, our first year we played. We did have a good playoff series against Texas, and he was a rock for us. We were always really young. A lot of our guys were on first or second year entry level. So he stood back there for us, and we probably shouldn't even have won a game. I think we won our only game of the series 2-0, 2-1 maybe, shutout for him. But a lot of the memories that you have from back in those times are more the off the ice stuff, and just the friendships that you develop, and definitely one of those guys that you see along the way, and you just have a big smile on your face. You're excited to see him, and you kind of can go back on those times where you create a friendship, create a bond, and excited for him.
Yesterday you skated with Marcus Tulloch and Parker Kelly. Kind of easy to find the identity for that line?
Yeah, super easy. If you're playing that sort of fourth line checking role, you have to be predictable, and those guys are. I mean, we're going in straight lines. We're tracking the puck before checking. There's not too much east-west in our game. You're not really looking for somebody over on the other side of the ice, so it's good. I mean, they're both extremely good players. Obviously, Parker had a great end of the year with us last year, and Cassidy comes as advertised. He's a big human. He's strong. He's good in the face-off dot. Two just really good young players.
Are you at a stage in camp right now where not only do you want to play with almost your set lineup, but play against set lineups as well?
I think so. I think you want as close to that as you can get. Obviously, there's going to be a little tinkering here and there. Back-to-backs in the preseason. I don't know how they come up with that, but they found a way. But yeah, you want to kind of get in the groove. Nice just to even cut the group down and get practicing with the same guys, and get that execution, that speed the game up. So it's been nice. We've had a couple good practices here, looking just to get better.
Oh, you like your camp so far? The energy and all that.
It's been great. I mean, I think touched on it so many times. I think my first time being in front of cameras in a while, but everybody's touched on it. Just the excitement, around the city and within our group. It's not hard to see kind of where you've kind of taken that next step, and we're prepared to go into the season and get better and take a step forward. I think everybody's excited for that.
And compared to last season, the spirit and all that, the energy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year's tough. I mean, we did get hit with a tough bout of COVID, and I mean, we had to play with half a lineup for 2 weeks before they finally let us shut it down. But so it's tough that way. But I think just even when you come into the year and you look at the names and these guys, a guy like DeBrincat, a guy like Drew, well established, stars in this league. I mean, you can't find 40 goals in a young player like that. So, you know, when you see those guys come in and you kind of see the roster fill out and you see, you know, where we're headed and the direction that we're going, yeah, it's absolutely exciting.